Hey everybody, it's Nikki with Delicate Tension Tarot. This is going to be a reading for the sign of Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, or if you just have a lot of heavy Taurus placements in your natal houses, or transits happening for you at this time that are really triggering a lot of that energy. We do have an eclipse in Capricorn happening on the 26th of this month. This will be for the energy surrounding December 15th through the 31st. Keep in mind that eclipses can either eclipse things in your life or out of your life. They're very impactful. I do feel like they're connected to the eclipses that began at the beginning of this year, just because that's how the energy goes. So yeah, look to see where Capricorn is in your chart if you're interested in seeing where that's going to take place, or what possibly could be happening for you. I do know that moving into next year, it really is about dedication. It's about making sure that whatever it is that we're seeing, we have really clear vision with it, and that we utilize that time and that energy to really create and work really, really hard and really diligently towards the dreams that we want to make happen. So let me shuffle a bit. I do feel like there's a big ending here for you. It feels very cathartic because the first two cards, yeah, you've already had 3 10s that I've seen with justice. So I do feel like there's a lot of really big endings happening for you. And I think for you, this is really about looking back on the decade and seeing how much you've grown and how much you've changed and how your life has totally changed and how it's impacted you. And when I say it feels cathartic, I feel like, obviously, maybe life was a mess in the beginning because now I can't even get the cards to work with me. Maybe life was a little bit of a mess for a while. And maybe the cathartic nature of the situation is that, there's parts of your life that you possibly will miss. There's parts of you that you're going to miss. But there's also other things coming up for you that you just feel so happy about. And I think you can really see the changes and you can feel the changes. You can taste them. You can smell them. I think it's all becoming very real for you. Because of that, I'm kind of going to skip the normal way that I do this. Normally I'll stop and kind of try to channel something through my vision to see what it is that I see for you guys. But I feel like I think we're good to go. Show me what's happening for Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus for December 15th through the 31st, please. You're not moving on yet. Page of Pentacles. You fit over here. There we go. Yeah, I think there's some things you need to revisit. Maybe some final judgments that need to be made before you can close out this cycle. Like I said, you've got a lot of endings here. Ooh, yeah, you're reconciling with some poor behavior. You're reconciling with some unhealthy behavior as well. But you're getting really clear on it. That's what I love. You're taking charge and you're taking action with the King of Wands. Now, the really interesting thing here is that, let me try to explain this in a way that's going to make sense. And I'm going to, of course, move and point in directions of the cards to show you what it is that I'm talking about. Now, with the Six of Swords in reverse, moving essentially downwards towards judgment, the devil, the Fool in reverse, I do feel like you're reconciling with some foolish behavior. I do feel like you're reconciling with... Ooh, that hurts. That's making me feel quite emotional. And it's actually hard for me to say, so I feel like it's hard for you to say to yourself as well. And maybe that's the cathartic nature, right? Maybe that's why there is some pain, but there's also like such great happiness ahead. There was so much time that was wasted. There was so much time that was wasted. And I feel like there's been this resurgence of very childlike energy in your life. There's something that's making you feel different. It's making you view the world in a different way. It's making you view your situations and circumstances in a different way. And I think that in order to close out this cycle, you are having to kind of do this life review. I mean, you may even be reviewing the past 20 years of your life, 15 to 20 years of your life. Or it could even be looking at the age period of 15 to 20, however you want to apply that, mathematically. But it's you really recognizing that you wish you could have done things a little differently, but at the same time you don't. So it's a very interesting catch-22 situation here. Now, I'm really curious as to how this storyline opens up, because you're moving forward with these new opportunities. Yeah. You're moving forward with these new opportunities that are really going to set you up for success in terms of creating a very stable family life, a very stable home environment. This is going to be something that you're going to be able to, someone might also be offering you something through stepping down from a long-term position that they've held. It's almost like passing off the keys to the kingdom, right? That's for a very specific few of you out there. I don't think it's going to apply to everybody. Now, I think you're going to be looking at this offer because it's going to come as a shock to you. It's going to come as a shock to you. I think you're going to be very surprised by this because it's almost like I'm hearing so soon. It's very strange. It's very strange. Well, let's clarify the world here. Oh, you're a little stressed out. Okay. You're a little stressed out. It's okay. Let's clarify the moon in reverse. Page of Pentacles. Very interesting. This doesn't feel like you. This doesn't feel like you. Okay, let me back up for a minute because I feel like there's a couple of different things going on here. I think it's also quite possible, and we'll see when I'm looking back at this, I feel like the Hermit is going to show up over here, or some form of a counselor card, because I feel like you're helping somebody else. I feel like somebody might have received some news that was devastating to them, and you're trying to help them out of it. I don't think you want to see them suffer. And I think you see it. I don't know if this person says it. Because it's interesting here. It's like you can see it very clearly. But I think this person is kind of putting on a bit of a, I don't want to say a facade. But they're showing the world something different than what's actually going on within them. But I think you can see past it. And I think you see past it because you understand. I think you see past it because you've had experience. Now let's clarify the Six of Swords in reverse. Yeah, Six of Wands in reverse. Let's clarify Judgment here. Yeah, Judgment, Page of Wands, Three of Swords. Let's clarify the Devil here. We have the Six of Cups and the Chariot. Six Cups is in reverse, and then let's clarify the Fool in reverse. Yep, you're helping somebody else break free from this. And you're doing it because you really care about them. I think you're really trying to offer your love and your support at this time. Yeah, we have Justice under that as well. You're trying to help someone cut through the crap, is what I'm going to say. I feel like there's something happening here. Either you're helping someone revisit the past and you're helping, or not revisit the past, but you're helping someone who is experiencing something that is causing them to revisit the past, and you're having to help them out of it through your own personal experience, through dealing with similar situations and circumstances. And I feel like it's because now you know what you know. Now that you've had your own personal life review, you want to pull them aside and be like, hey, don't, just stop. Like, don't take this in the direction that you're going to take it in. I can see that you're hurting. I can see that you're in pain. Let me help you. Let me help you. It's also quite possible that someone's job could be at stake. I don't think it's yours. I think it's somebody else around you. But I think their job is at stake because of the chaos that's being caused in their life. And it's also quite possible that there's some toxic behavior that they need to address, that they might be leaning on in terms of whatever it is that's happening in their life. Because you're trying to help from the knowledge and the wisdom that you've gained. And it definitely is somebody either in the workplace or somebody within a circle of friends. I think you're trying to help them because I think you're seeing how stressed they are. I think you're seeing that they've literally been broken. I don't know. I think this was it for them. I think this was the final. This was the straw that broke the camel's back. And you can see it, and I think you're trying to do something about it. You're trying to help. You're trying to figure out exactly what to say or what to do to help this individual deal with this certain circumstance or situation. Now, if that's not the case, remember, roles can always be reversed. It could be somebody helping you with this. Either way, it's almost as if the changes that have happened in your life over the past decade, and looking at where you're at now, I do feel like your heart has opened in a way that you didn't anticipate it to. So that could have been the arrival of whatever it was that came into your life through that decade period of time, especially within the last year. So I want you to think about that, because it's almost as if this person needs to... It's almost like they need to be led. You're showing up as a king. These people are showing up as pages. So it's like they need to be led. There are facets of themselves that need to be led because they need someone to look up to. They need somebody to guide them. They also might be heavily influenced by other things in their environment because of this energy that they exist in. And it's very... I think it's very difficult for you to watch because, like I said, I think you care about this person a lot. And you don't want this, you don't want what has happened to truly break this person, which means that it's just done. Like, it makes them sink into depression, it makes them sink into toxic behavior, substance abuse, poor choices. I think you can see how the avalanche would be created if this person was to go down that route. So I think you're trying to figure out what to do right now to really help pull this person out of that hole. Quite altruistic of you. And like I said, if that's not you, then somebody could be doing this for you, or it is simply you doing this for yourself. If you have had some unexpected events happen for you during this period of time, and you are trying to pull yourself out, you're trying to remind yourself how far you've come and how much you have already overcome in order to remind yourself that you can keep going. You're very clear, though. You're very clear right now. I mean, there's like sharp precision in your vision. I didn't mean to make that rhyme, but whatever. And you're taking action. I think you're done with standing on the sidelines. I think that you're choosing to be a leader. I think you're choosing to influence others with your words, your actions. You're really stepping into this kind of like boss energy, but it's a boss energy where you're trying to look out for everybody's best interest as well. You're not taking things lying down anymore. This is definitely the type of person who stands up for the underdog. This is the type of person who encourages positive actions and changes. It's the type of person who encourages positive behavior. It's the type of person who encourages people to follow their heart, to listen to their heart, and to base their actions off of those feelings. Very amazing read. I really love this. Let's see what the further clarifying messages are here for Taurus. Yeah, something's come in. Something has come in and caused a fucking whirlwind. Yep, I'm telling you, man. Okay. There's some stuff that's happening here that I think you're bearing witness to. I think you're watching. If it's not the true nature of a person being revealed, it is something that has happened in their life that has caused them to reflect on the true nature of their being. And I think it's causing a bit of a existential crisis. And when I say existential crisis, you know, I think that it, and just like everything else in life, you can gauge those things on a spectrum. This is a holy fucking shit existential crisis. This is something that was entirely unanticipated. And now there's like this aftermath. There's this stuff to clean up. And I think too, you don't want to watch this person fall victim or prey to the demon that lies within, essentially. Because when there's energy like this, they want to, they want to suppress the pain. They need help sleeping. They need, they can't function because of how much they're feeling and thinking. So of course, the best way to do that is to suppress it through, whether it's the use of like certain drug forms, whether it's alcohol, whatever it is, man. I think you're really worried and concerned, and you don't want to watch this person go down that road. Now, like I said, this could be applying to you as well. And if you are going back and looking at the past and really trying to reconcile with behavior, you're saying goodbye to that. And I think you're saying goodbye to it either way. I don't think that you're going to fall prey to it. Now, if you start feeling like you're going to, obviously, like I said, I'm going to reiterate this because I've said it, 3 or 4 times now. Just reflect, just look back on the past, remind yourself about how far you've come, and remind yourself about how you really have overcome these obstacles in your life, even when things got really fucking tough. So, yeah, Taurus, utilize your knowledge to help others, and utilize your knowledge to help yourself. This does look like a difficult time, and it does look like a whirlwind, but everything's going to be all right. Like that Kendrick Lamar song, right? We gonna be all right. So everything's going to be fine. Take care of yourself. Continue extending your love and your support. I think it is needed. I think it is necessary. And I think you are a very, very strong influence, not only in this person's life, but in multiple people in your environment. You could be having a great, great impact on others through your leadership qualities and skills right now. So please continue doing that. And I will see you guys in the new year.